Pocono for me, probably different than most. I grew up 3 hours away. I grew up actually going to the mountains there and snowboarding with friends and family and stuff. So it's kind of got that sentimental value for me outside of the racetrack. And obviously I love the track. It's 3 turns, so it's different than anywhere else we go. And it's really hard to get around because all 3 corners are different. So, you know, you have to kind of have a different driving style there, especially in the Xfinity Series with the new rules we're going back with this year. So it's different, it's fun, and I love going there.
Which turn is the most difficult?
I'd say turn 2 is the most difficult. They call it the tunnel turn. They call it that because it's built, there's a tunnel underneath it, and for whatever reason the pavement there is slowly kind of sinking into the tunnel, so it's gotten really rough, and it's flat. And I think they modeled the corner after turn 1 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is a really hard corner, really fast and flat, and if you hit it just right, you'll have a really good lap time, but if you miss it at all, it completely kills your lap. So turn 2 for sure is the most challenging in Pocono.
I was going to ask, what's the trick to Pocono in your opinion?
I think the trick is just balancing all 3 corners because they're so different. Turn 1 is high banked and really fast, and then you've got turn 2, which is flat and bumpy, and then turn 3 feels like you're in it forever. Just a really, really long corner, really easy to make a mistake and overdrive your car. So you kind of have to balance all 3 corners. You don't want to be really good in 1 and really bad in 2 or vice versa. So it's really about balance and compromise and getting your car to work good in all 3 corners.
And about Pocono, how do you feel about your chances?
I don't know. It's so hard to say there. Like I said, we're going back with a completely different rules package in the Xfinity cars, similar to what they used at, I think, Indianapolis last year. So it's supposed to make the cars more even, kind of. It's an aerodynamic change that's supposed to bunch the cars together, and it's really hard to say, honestly. But I love Pocono, and I've always tended to do well there. For whatever reason, I've always run well. We finished 3rd, I think, last year there in the Truck Series, so got a little bit of momentum. So we'll see. I think I know what I need in the car, so we just need a little luck and we'll be all right.
And then one final question, which is, why did you decide to get into racing?
Well, for me, racing is a family sport, and growing up in New Jersey, my dad raced modifieds, and him and actually both of my uncles raced. So that was back in the 80s, and you know, when I was born in '92, my dad was racing in the Busch North Series, which is now the K&N Pro Series East. So from the time I was born, I was at a racetrack. You know, and then obviously my brother Martin came up through the ranks as I was growing up and made it to the Cup Series. And you know, that made me even more motivated to want to try racing and see how it was for me. And just right off the bat, I had a knack for it and was able to go out and go fast and win races, and here I am now.